Keith, Liverpool winning 2-0 over Midtjylland, but losing Fabinho. What now? How will they cope?
Well, last night was Reece Williams comes in and slotted in fairly well. I think the tempo of the game had just dropped by that stage, and he acquitted himself very well. But it's a big jump. I think the hope is that Joel Matip might be fit for the weekend, the game against West Ham. So, look, it was a difficult game for him last night. He rotated the front 3-4 players. Jota played, the big three rested. And they've got through the last few games without Van Dijk, but it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been vintage Liverpool. And I think right now it's just about the results. It's about grinding these games out, rotating the minutes as much as he needs to, and showing that character that I do think they have in abundance. But Midtjylland made it very difficult for them last night.
Fact of life for managers, isn't it, Niall? Pep Guardiola threw a stat at us, 45% more muscular injuries this season already. So the numbers are there, and we're seeing it game to game, aren't we?
Yeah, it's difficult, and we looked at the size of squads, and I say back in our time, oh my God, there's 25 top players in that squad. What are they doing? But actually, you look at it and they say they're all being used. It's just the way the game is. The players have gone so fit now, so fast. The pitches are so perfect. They're actually harder. Would you agree with that? I mean, you don't remember what it was like in my time, but you'd fall over, pick yourself up. But now, I tell you what, those pitches are not conducive to making life easier as far as the treatment room is concerned. But everybody is at such a max now. I mean, I really, really admire and respect the fitness levels that players, the modern players, have to get to play in those games. And there is obviously a downside to that is, you're so finely tuned these days that when you're full at it, at 100% pace, the maximum your body can do every time, injuries occur far more often than when you were about 80-85%, which is where we were.
Where Liverpool play, and when you think about Liverpool at their best, they are full on, aren't they? They're high energy. Yeah. They simply can't produce that week in, week out now because of the amount of
it sounds terrible, but they got away with that last year, in some respects, and that's an awful thing to say, because obviously their medical team did great jobs, but they were able to produce that type of football. Okay, on the ball.
They didn't have the key injuries to key players.
They didn't have the key injuries, correct.
So this is the red zone that they talk about the players get into if they do too many minutes.